It's your girl E. Just Evonne, let's talk for a while until I see you again. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I promise it's going to be a vibe with your girl E. Just Evonne, let's talk. With your girl E.
What's up, what's up, what's up? It is your girl E, and you are right on time. How y'all doing, honey? Let me say this. I know you could have been anywhere in these YouTube streets, but you chose to kick it with your girl E, and for that, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. You are appreciated. Now, before we get started, y'all already know. Y'all know what I gotta do. I'm gonna need y'all to do one favor for me, okay? I'm gonna need you to hit the like button because y'all already know it helps me out in the algorithm. And your girl needs to be helped all up and through the algorithm. So go on and hit the like button for your girl because we need to let YouTube know that other people need to come on over here and listen to what we got to put down over here today. I'll wait. Thanking you so much. Now let's talk about all of the machinimo that's going on these YouTube streets. Now, you guys know, if you know what we talking about. Y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen the thumbnail. We are talking about Peach McIntyre, honey, and this relationship that she has with her mother. And I'm hoping in this video, we are able to see some of the dysfunction that continues to happen and why it continues to happen, baby. Because in my opinion, it is meant to be like this. And why is it meant to be like this? Because until people get help, it's going to be this way. So, I was perusing these internet streets like I do, trying to look for understanding. Because on these side of the streets, honey, we look and we do judge for discernment and understanding. That's just what we do on this side of the streets, okay? I'm looking at this video, and Peach is talking about how, the mother was a cheater. Y'all already know, blah, blah, blah. And she cheated on Lynch Mob, and she was trying to get hook Peach up with one of her ex-boyfriends. And I was like, Jiminy Crickets, this is some crazy accusations. Why would this woman think that her mother would go and not only cheat on her husband, allegedly, Lynch Mob, currently, but then want to pass off this man to her daughter? What type of person is this? So I had to go looking back in the files to see if I could see something. Well, y'all know when y'all watch stuff on YouTube, the algorithm start doing what it does, and baby, YouTube algorithm start algorithming, honey. And the next thing I know, it had a video up where, ironically, they are talking about some of these things, which one time for the YouTube algorithm, it was doing what it was supposed to do, baby, because this video explained a lot. So I said, ooh, wait a minute. We got a whole lot of new people that are just becoming aware of Peach McIntyre and the Tracy, a.k.a. Rasta Queen, a.k.a. Well, y'all know a little later. I'm not going to bust that other a.k.a. alter ego out, but you'll find out sooner than later. But y'all don't know these characters. And like I've been telling y'all since last year when I came up on these streets, that these people are a host of characters, right? And in order to understand what's going on, you need to understand the backstory of these characters of my girl Peach McIntyre's saga or reality show that I told y'all about we was witnessing, honey. Which I'm so happy that so many other people are now seeing that it is. Seeing what it is, because this is exactly what it is. But I digress. Now, y'all check this out, and we gonna scoot back up and talk a little bit after this, but you gotta understand something, because I found it very interesting that throughout these last 4 years, and 5 for people like me that have watched her even on the other channel, Peach has been very consistent with her story, but some of the characters in this saga have kind of wavered on their belief systems or what they want to present or how they want to present themselves throughout the years. So we just gonna travel just a bit to see what was really happening back then, and y'all tell me what y'all think. So we gonna take it in parts, okay? I'll be right back. Check this out.
So,
Why you teach me how to cook?
your mama was too busy cooking then. She was too busy running the street.
Running the street. How do you feel about changing? Do you feel like anybody could change, or do you feel like people don't change?
You can change. Cause I ran the street, I partied, I did a lot of things, and I ain't ashamed of nothing I did. And look what God blessed me with a good husband. And next month, June 18th, gonna be 17 years I've been married to my best friend. So if I can change and settle down, you can do the same thing.
What about the kids? Kids want no blessing?
Yeah, y'all was a blessing. And my grandkids. But God blessed me with a good man, and He knew I needed a good man in my life. Cause this mama, he wasn't no good. That man taught me the real meaning of love. And it's not that, I'm not saying that man. My husband, my best friend, taught me the meaning of
Oh,
love.
look at them looking so proud. Man, shout out to me, father. Shout out to the men who raise their stepchildren as if they are their own, showing them genuine love and affection.
Even though I got 3 kids and I love my kids to death, and I'm thankful for my kids, but I did not know the meaning of love.
So people sometimes think I'm being dramatic when I say I grew up and I didn't feel loved, and me and my mama have a rocky relationship. People like, oh, you're dramatic. Your mom was this and this. You're a liar. I'm not lying. That was really my reality. We've had these conversations.
Let me tell
before.
y'all something. Peaches is not dramatic. Peaches been like this since she been a little girl, okay? And to be honest, I loved my kids, but I didn't know what love was. Because like some of y'all know, I told y'all what happened to me as a child. So I didn't know the meaning of love. I loved my kids. And then when I got with my husband, he showed me what true love was.
He showed you a different way to show love.
Yeah, a different way.
'Cause-
you know.
Cause my mama type of love was, if somebody messed with you, she gonna beat them up, kind of love. It was
Yeah.
that was all the only way she knew how to show affection back then, and she'll feed you too.
Okay, y'all. So y'all heard it for yourself. Now listen, Tracy, Rasta Queen. This is the first point, okay? We have been going back and forward, tussling with you and Peach, and trying to figure out what is the real issue between you and your daughter Peaches. Now, 2 years ago, you did this video where you and me father, aka Lynch Mob, Mr. Lynchford, you guys went for it, or however we pronounce it. You guys were all together and Peach addressed the same issue in the same way that she is continually addressed the issue with you. And that was that, one, you could not show her proper love because she always felt like she was not loved by you. But in this video, you are agreeing with Peach. You are saying that Peach has always been this way, and she's not being dramatic, that she's always expressed these same sentiments to you. But why now, 2025, we are still acting like you did nothing, or you are unaware of why she's behaving this way, when clearly 2 years ago, right, you and Peaches were having the same conversation in the kitchen where you admitted you were unavailable because you were no good. These were your words. These came out of your mouth. And let me preface this by saying to anybody who wants to come out here on these YouTube streets, Tracy does say over and over that she has changed. And people do change. And we give people grace to change. But in that changing, the narrative should not change, right? Your position in how you were at that time may change because you grow. You should get better. But the story should remain the same. Peach has said the same thing over and over, and her story is not wavered. But I have to say this, and I mean this with the utmost respect to the Rasta queen. Rasta, you are not being upfront and honest, right? You agreed with Peach in this clip of the video, and now 3 years later, you're saying that you're not going to apologize for something that you did not do, or you don't know what the issue is. I believe, and the people believe, that you do know, and that is why there is such contention for you on these YouTube streets. Now, we love the fact that you get up and you do your worship in the morning and you do all of these things, but let's be very, very clear. You are not being transparent as it relates to why and what is going on. Your talking points are very redundant, and you say the same things over and over, the same way a criminal would do when they're being in an interrogation room. The story stays the same. The emotion stays the same. Throughout this video, we are going to listen to how Tracy, aka Rasta Queen, positioned her points in the way Peach, aka Peach with the patches, positioned her points. Now, let's be clear before we move on, because some of you guys do not have discernment, nor do you have a lick of understanding, okay? I do not, for the record, agree with the way Peach treats her mother. But I also understand and have great comprehension skills, and I am a good judge of character when people are not being transparent. Now, Peach says that she didn't learn how to cook because her mother never taught her. You just heard it with your own ears. When she asked her mother why she didn't teach her, her mother just said because she was no good. She was in the street. We not holding that against Rasta Queen, okay? She admitted she was in the streets and she was unavailable. Therefore, her daughter has a deficit. That's point number one. Number two, Peach felt like she wasn't loved. Rasta admitted that she didn't know how to love. She loved in the best way she could. And also that her husband, Lynch Mob, taught her how to love. The same one that allegedly Peach said was cheating with other men. So that's their business on that part. If however they rock their sheets and however they tie that up, as long as they're happy, that's their business. But that's also teaching your children other things. What did Peach learn about men? The sexual part or infidelity part of a relationship is not important, because apparently Rasta, according to Peach, cheated and Lynch Mob took her back. She's never said that Lynch Mob cheated. That is not the point of the issue. The issue is, or the point that I'm making is, Peach has a very liquid, fluid identity as it relates to what is expected and accepted in a relationship. And that is all by proxy of her being Tracy's daughter. Let's put that out there for all of the people with great discernment, okay? We're not giving Peach a pass, but Rasta has to take some responsibility for the way this girl arrives into the world, meaning how Peach shows up as a woman. She is a mere reflection of all of the things that she went through with her mother. Now, y'all listen to this, okay? And don't lose sight of what we're here trying to solve for, because Rasta is now trying to paint another narrative of who she is, and I think it's very important for people to grow and, become whoever they want to be. But if you're going to stand here and tell us that you're okay with your past and you're okay with who you are and you never hold back, please show up and tell us something and not the same redundancy. Let's move on.
She used to be fine back in the day. They say she was a bad mama jamma, and she wore some hot show. Guess what my mama and her little friends used to call themselves? Can I tell them your business?
You can tell them.
My mama and her little crew child.
We didn't call ourselves that. They called us that.
Oh, they gave y'all that name.
Yeah, they gave us that.
They called them the hot pussy posse.
It wasn't the hot pussy posse,
Oh.
the big pussy posse.
Oh,
Okay?
my bad. The big pussy posse said,
Review terrorists. That's how we used to do it back in the Manilas in the lounge. And whoever watching this video, y'all know about the Manilas in the lounge and all of that.
Well, y'all might not know if y'all not from Tampa, but it was the
Yeah.
place to be.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Y'all, see, this is what I'm talking about. These are real characters here, okay? We got Tracy, the AKA Rasta Queen, also known as the Big Pussy Posse of Review Terrors. God damn. You can't make this up. This is actually funny to me, right? Tracy, now I know you want to move past being a part of the big BPP, Big Pussy Posse of Review Terrorists, but look at how much excitement and joy they brought to your face, right? This is a part of the who you are, right? And although you want to move on, and we want to let you move on, please let the people know who just came to your channel all of the nuances that makes Miss Tracy, Rasta Queen, right? Because see, Tracy done moved on and now she's the Rasta Queen, right? She's the girl who wears the crown on her head, and she's the one who wants to uplift people. Now, to Tracy's defense, even in this video, she still talked about, uplifting sisters and the rest of that stuff. That is part of her mantra, uplifting black women and being strong and, all of the things. But girl, if you don't get on here and let, what was it? Big Pussy Posse Tracy come out sometimes and tell the truth, we gonna have to tell you something, girl. Because the people aren't fooled. Right? The people aren't fooled. They want to know, and they know that in order to have a person like Peach walk this earth and represent as your child, doing the things that she is doing and does, there has to be some great backstory. And the people are saying, we don't care. Just be honest and truthful with who you are. Period. And nobody's judging. People just want to know who they're really listening to. Are they listening to Rasta Queen, a real person? Because y'all remember Ed and Drea had said many times, especially Ed, he's called a Rasta fake out here. And he's told her to just be herself, and that he's saying that Rasta is genuinely not who she represents on these YouTube streets. That's the same thing that Peach is saying. And my girl Drea has been nothing but consistent, and that is absent. She don't want no parts of it. But even in this video clip, they make reference to Drea and her not really feeling what Tracy's putting down. So we're saying all this, y'all. Watch the story. But for all the people that are getting so wrapped up that they're about to have strokes over what this girl is saying and wanting to Bible thump and be a thug in the comments for Miss Tracy on other people's pages, there are so many things that is going on. This is the dynamics of dysfunction. Rasta's admitted that she was, dysfunctional, that she could not love by virtue of how she was raised, because she was violated by an adult who was supposed to protect her. And there's no telling what happened to Johnny May, right? We already know that Murra Lee was already abused. So you're talking about years and years and years and generations of trauma, right? So Tracy, when you show up as your real, genuine, authentic self. And if you're having problems identifying that, which in my opinion, that's what I believe Peach is struggling with, her true identity and who she really is, go get some professional help, right? One time for the Big Pussy Posse. So I'm saying all this to say, y'all, while you on here trying to prove to people that you're different and you want to shove Bible verses down their throat, that's real good. We need to really do a content class on helping people navigate the difficulties of starting YouTube channels and personalities and personas, right? You want to do the Christian channel thing, right? You want to get on here, you want to do the Bible stuff, and you want to do all of the things. And I get it. I get all of that. But while doing that, In order to keep your audience engaged and for them to believe who you are, let's be consistent, right? Now, y'all know I'm no messy boots. If I was a messy boot, I would have definitely said a whole lot to say about this whole thing with Tracy, because people have been, let's just put it this way. Tracy, there are videos of you on these YouTube streets that if people saw, they would not be happy with. And I guarantee you, with your not being ashamed of what you're doing and what you say you don't mind telling people, you would not tell the people what is really going on. I guarantee you that. And I understand there would be repercussions. There could be repercussions to your job. And we get that. But let me tell you this. Real eyes seek and see real lies as they try to disguise. All it takes is for that one time and you're compromised. Remember that parable, right? Because when you're pulling up your video and you're pulling up your phone all the time, all of the things you thought people didn't see, they saw. And some of the same people that you think on these internet streets who you think would tear down a sister, trust me, have had counsel and have decided not to air out what they saw because they don't want to tear a sister down. So as you get on here, remember some of these same content creators that you think and that you say things to the sly about, if they were really about the life that you're trying to paint them out to be, in my opinion, they would have aired those videos, right? Trust me. Now, on that note, that is all I have to say about that, because your girl got to go do her business, baby. It's an Arctic storm coming my way. So, if you've stuck around this long and found anything I had to say useful, enjoyable, entertaining, or maybe informative, do your girl a favor and hit the subscribe button, because I would love to see you around. And if you stuck around this long, do your girl a favor and hit that like button if you haven't already, because it helps me out in the algorithm. And you know, your girl needs to be helped out all up and through this algorithm, because I have something to say. I need to help the people navigate these mean, dirty YouTube streets. Now, I gotta go water my plants and feed my chickens. You guys have a marvelous day, and don't let nobody, I mean nobody, steal your joy. You dig?